Good evening, everybody. This is Michael Ryan. The date is February 2nd, 2025, with FTH 202-53555 Revolver. Shan Schuman's our instructor, and this is week four's assignment. First things first, we want to make sure everything is safe before we operate in any way, shape, or form. So we're going to go back down here and take a look. That way you can tell if there is no type of live ammunition at all. Okay, going back up here. Before we start anything, we want to make sure that our project piece is safe to operate with. So we're going to go ahead and verify that the cylinders are empty and that the chamber is definitely empty. Okay. I know it's silly to think about that at any time, but you do want to make sure that these surfaces are clean of any type of ammunition. Okay. Now, a few things that we're going to be doing today. We're going to start off with demonstrating with a trigger pull. We're going to go off camera for that, but first I want to bring in a few things. You notice I have gloves on. You want to do that whenever you're operating a firearm, especially if you're using any kind of chemical such as isopropyl alcohol. Ooh, that light is super bright. Let's tone that down a little bit. There we go. If we're going to use isopropyl alcohol, we're going to be using layout dye. We're going to be using PermaBlue. All right. We also have our normal tools, and what we're also going to be using today is a trigger pull gauge or a pull gauge. So that's going to be our first thing to do. But we also can we're going to do when we do the application portion of it. We're also going to be using alcohol or cotton swabs to place the chemical dye on there. We also have our normal cleaning products like oil and whatnot, but what's really going to help us out is a magnetic tray you can put your parts in. And with that being said, since we have identified that the area is clear and is ready to work, we're going to go ahead and go off camera and set up for our trigger pull. Now, as you can see, we go ahead and take the grip off the revolver. We can put it into soft jaws, get it set up. The pull gauge comes equipped already and factory calibrated. So what we'll do is we're going to put, there we go. We have where it's marked out to 0. And then I'm going to do we'll connect to the trigger like this. We'll pull it to the point where it's going to go to double action as well. Good heavens, that one went off the scales. Okay, and then we'll as it starts to pull the hammer back, that's where you're going to stop it. But we're going to go ahead and do our baseline now. Okay, our baseline is, if you're going for double action, your baseline is an 11.5 pound pull. If you're going single action where you pull the hammer all the way back and you're ready to pull, it's a 6.5 pound pull. That is the average of 3. And now we're going to move to part 2. Okay, here we have marked our frame, our side plate, the hammer and sear, the hand, and the cylinder stop. Now I'm going to go ahead and reassemble the revolver, put everything back together, cycle it, and then we'll see the high spots. Okay, you can see there's still some residual marking dye, so we're going to do a couple of functions just so we can get some action out of this. One more, 2 more, 1, 3. Okay, now we're going to disassemble the firearm again to show the high spots. Okay, so as you can see here, there is some rub marks here after our several cycles right here at the top of the trigger, or the hammer. And if you look at the hammer sear right here at the very edge, there is some wear marks there. There's also some wear marks on the frame here where the hammer is actually making contact with the frame. And that could be due from machining, etc. And as you can clearly see over here on the side plate, there is no rub marks on there. Now we look at our hand. We also have some wear marks here. at the top, and some right here along the side. Then we look at our cylinder stop right here at the very top of the curve. There's a slight, there is some contact being made, and some here on the sides. Now, those were the specific areas of concern, but you know, before we even started putting dye on this, we started noticing that there are some slight um, uh, contacts being made with the metal. So we're going to go off camera and handle those. So here are our polished components. That's the hand along with the hammer, as you can see there. You got polished areas cleaned up, and the cylinder stop. Okay, as you can see there. And I believe that was all the ones that we were tasked with doing today. So we're gonna go ahead and put this back together and do some more work. Tragedy has struck. As you can see, I've retrieved the plunger, but the spring is missing in action. I spent the better part of 3 hours trying to locate it. I'm going to upload this particular video up to this point, using the polished areas, and I've still got the bag full of low power springs. So if we can get another one out to us, that'd be great. I'm sending you an email now. Thank you, sir.